You're watching the Michigan Football Report presented by Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com. Use promo code GOBLUE for 20% off and free shipping on the best male grooming products in the game. Make that ball drop in 2022 a little classier, a little sexier for those who share the bedroom with you. All right, let's talk about what we're going to get into on today's show. First up is the latest on Jim Harbaugh and the NFL rumors. Sounds like he was a busy little bee down in Miami talking to a lot of people while he should have been getting ready for Michigan's game against Georgia. Next up, the 2022 way too early preseason polls are out. We'll run through you where Michigan and Ohio State and Michigan State are at in about 7 or so of those polls. Next, the number 2 jersey might be back in the secondary in a Michigan football defense starting next season. And lastly, Jim Harbaugh to a 5-star quarterback, quote, "I'm staying." So that is what we will talk about and more coming up here on the show today. But I wanted to start off with this because we didn't put out a show surrounding the Vincent Gray decision to leave for the NFL. And didn't really get a chance to talk about it on Monday with all the Harbaugh Black Monday NFL rumors. So let me know which of these 2 defensive starters that most people thought would return for 2022, leaving for the NFL, which is more surprising? Chris Hinton, the interior defensive lineman, 3-year player, type CH, if he was more surprising, or Vincent Gray, go ahead and type VG. Gray had both had 2 years of eligibility left. Gray had completed 4 years at Michigan. Hinton had 3. Both were 2-year starters. I'm going to go ahead and go with Chris Hinton, but let me know down in the comments. Let's take a look at the latest that we're finding out about Jim Harbaugh and where his mindset is around the future of his coaching tenure at Michigan and whether or not the NFL is in play. So, have heard from various sources, and it's been confirmed elsewhere, that not only did he speak with Michigan super alum, super donor Stephen Ross, but they had multiple conversations while Harbaugh was getting ready for the Orange Bowl and then shortly after in and around New Year's Eve against Georgia. Also expressed in those talks the need for alumni support on name, image, and likeness. In addition to Ross, though, Harbaugh contacted several major 2023 recruits about his future and about his interest in what rumors they might hear and his intent to stay at Michigan. You see the quote there. We'll talk about that one a little bit more in later on the show. "I'm staying" is what Harbaugh told one coach of one recruit, but I want to know this, right? What's the holdup? Because this is now Harbaugh NFL Watch Day 8. It all started last Tuesday after Bruce Feldman put out the article that he thought the Jim Harbaugh NFL rumors, were real. And the longer this goes, folks, the longer things stretch out, I would say be nervous as Michigan fans because the university, it's been 7 weeks since Michigan beat Ohio State, 6 weeks or so since they won the Big Ten. So nothing's really changed, right? Michigan could have won the national title, but of course didn't. But Michigan's had plenty of times to talk through these issues, or Jim Harbaugh could have come out and just said to himself, "He's like, hey, I know there's a lot of NFL speculation. I might listen to some teams, but I want to be at Michigan, but I think these are the things that are of interest to me. These are the things we're talking about, but I don't want to have any speculation go any further down the line." So longer this goes, folks, Raiders are playing the playoff game on Saturday. I think that's the one job he might want to talk to that might not be able to because they're in the playoffs. Be nervous if it continues on. If we're talking about Thursday, Friday into Saturday, be nervous if you were a Michigan fan. You should also be nervous if you're heading to the bedroom tonight with a hairy, twig and berries down below. You should be using Manscaped. You can get 20% off and free shipping with the promo code GOBLUE. You see it right there. No spaces, just GOBLUE, manscaped.com. You can get this device right here, the Lawnmower 4.0, normally $90. We can get it for $71.99 with the 20% off. Keep your news resolution to make that ball drop sexier, classier. The last thing you want to do, folks, is you're getting busy and things head down south and they're just like, whoa, it is the wild Amazon jungle down here. You're like, whoa, this clean-cut guy. Who is this guy? That's you in 2022 with Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com. Use that promo code GOBLUE for 20% off and free shipping. Michigan has finished number 3 in the final Associated Press poll, which is their highest ranking since the national championship season in 1997. So pretty big deal for them. I think there was a couple other seasons. Of course, 2016, 2018 had Michigan won their bowl game. They would have likely finished in the top 3 or so those years, but Jim Harbaugh's had a pretty brutal bowl record as Michigan's coach. Now 1-5 in bowl games. Didn't have a postseason in 2020 though. So here's the AP top 25. You will note, or top 5 final. You will notice the one team is not there that most folks would expect on an average year. That's Ohio State. Sorry for them. They finished 6th. Georgia number 1, of course, after winning the national title last night. Alabama 2, Michigan 3, Cincinnati 4. So they keep the CFP top 4 as your final top 4. And then Big 12 champion Baylor at 12-2 rounds out the top 5. Michigan ranked number 3 with a lot of momentum, but not necessarily as many players that they thought would return going into the 2022 season. It's 2022, but we are now counting down to 20,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys are part of the 19,000 subscribers strong that have hit that sub button here on YouTube, and the hundreds and hundreds of thousands that have watched us throughout this football season. Hit that subscribe button, or always come back to youtube.com/Michigan TV and subscribe later if you forget. If you like the show, you like what you see, you've watched us for a while, don't hesitate to send the link, youtube.com/Michigan TV, to a friend. Text it to them. Email it to them, Snapchat it to them, whatever you want to do, book face it. Make sure they have access to the show and they are subscribed so they can join you with all of these episodes and all this content we're putting out for you guys throughout the 2022 offseason. Let's talk some early preseason polls. We expect Jim Harbaugh to be the Michigan's coach next year. Yeah, probably. I'm sure if he wasn't the coach, these polls would change negatively as far as Michigan's concerned. A lot of the rankings you'll see coming up here are based on Harbaugh returning with a returning quarterback or a better quarterback potentially in J.J. McCarthy if that's where he decides to go with it. But I thought I'd take a look at about 7 polls that I saw from just simple Google searches this morning, show you where Michigan, Ohio State, and Michigan State are ranked, and talk about the highs and the lows. So Michigan's highest rank is number 5. That is by ESPN, and it is also by Athlon, ranked Michigan number 5. 7 in 3 polls, number 10, and then what's the guy's name from the Action Network? Who am I thinking of? Brett McMurphy from the Action Network. Number 20, McMurphy. One of these? A little drunk there. Ohio State's basically 2 or 3 in every single poll. They're high 2, low 3. You see they're ranked 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3. Alabama's pretty much the unanimous number 1 going in next year with likely the best player on offense and the best player in defense in the country returning. And then Michigan State, pretty much seen as a top 10 team by most publications, 10, 10, 11, 10, 15, 8. And then McMurphy, little grandpa's cough syrup, has them not ranked. The 7 polls you see in order across the screen for each team. It's ESPN, Athlon, Sports Illustrated, The Athletic, Sporting News, Bleacher Report, and the Action Network. So there's where the pollsters, or I guess the media thinks. I thought Michigan would be a top 5 team. Considering Chris Hinton, Vincent Gray, some other guys that have gone pro, and maybe one of Daxton Hill and some others, Ojabo, one guy could surprise us in return, but we've had a lot of surprises of guys leaving, so I'm guessing Michigan will shake out in that 7 to 10 range when the polls come out in August. But I want you guys to predict where Michigan will be ranked in the preseason AP Top 25. Unranked this year, all the way up to number 3 in the final polls. We're ranked number 2 headed into the CFP. Predict below. I'll reference this video come the first second week of August when this is released, see if anybody gets it right. I'm going to go with a solid number 8 for Michigan, but you guys let me know what you think, where you think Michigan will be ranked in the preseason AP poll. Super 2023 recruit Arch Manning, probably the best quarterback by some people's rankings. Other people say he's the best overall prospect in this 2023 class. Jim Harbaugh talked to his coach in the days leading up to the Orange Bowl from Miami, and apparently this is just coming out in the last day or so, that when they followed up, once the NFL rumors came out last Tuesday, apparently in a follow-up conversation a week or so after the offer, he told Arch Manning's coach, because he can't talk to Arch directly because of whatever the NCAA's quiet period for junior recruits, was simply, I'm staying. This guy has relayed that to multiple recruiting services. So either Harbaugh's a straight up liar to recruits, or maybe staying, and he's trying to get Arch Manning to be his quarterback of the future. But with this being Harbaugh NFL Watch Day 8, I want to know from you guys, are you getting nervous about Jim Harbaugh's future as Michigan's coach? Give me a simple why. If yes, you're nervous. I think I got another day and a half. If it goes to Thursday morning and nothing's happened positively for Michigan, I'm going to start going yes. I'm going to say no till then, but I'm kind of like right in the middle as things shake out here at about 6:45 Eastern time on Tuesday night. All right, you may have saw the thumbnail of this video. Charles Woodson, Will Johnson, the next number 2 in the secondary for Michigan. Woodson won the Heisman wearing the number 2 as a cornerback 24 years ago, and now Will Johnson will wear the number 2 at the University of Michigan. He's on campus now. He actually practiced with the team 4 times in the week leading up to Christmas before they departed because of when his high school graduated. He was able to actually come on and practice. Couldn't travel, but was able to practice, and now is in the facility, has his jersey, posted this on Instagram. His Instagram account, WillJ4_. I guess he's going to have to change that, right? Might have to be WillJ2_. And people inside the athletic department have also confirmed that this photo, legit, number 2 will be the jersey that Will Johnson wears at Michigan. With Vincent Gray leaving and Jimon Green being hurt for much of last year, I think that Michigan's got to count on Will Johnson being a day 1, if not like month 1 starter for Michigan in the secondary next year. I think he's going to be a star. If you think he's going to be a star, let's celebrate this next number 2 superstar in a Michigan uniform in the secondary. Go down in the comments and just type 2 if you think Will Johnson's going to be a star. Just think about the number 2s next year for Michigan. You got Blake Corum on offense, Will Johnson on defense. It's a pretty cool number. And excited to see what both those guys can do next year with that number. Remind you at the top of the show, want to let you know one more time, we're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers as soon as we can. It's a stretch goal for the next 30 days or so. So go subscribe, youtube.com/Michigan TV. Get to 20,000 ASAP. Send it to a friend if you like the show. We'll be back tomorrow with more on the Jim Harbaugh saga as we enter day 9. Go Blue.